All right, guys. So if you are wanting to start sleeping better and you're desperate to make that actually happen, you might want to look at your morning routine because that might be part of the problem that's stopping you from actually being able to sleep well. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today and give you kind of three things that you can do to start your morning off better so that you can actually get some good quality sleep at the end of the night. And all of this revolves around resetting and kind of setting up our circadian rhythm for the day. Most of you are probably familiar with what the circadian rhythm is, but basically it's just kind of our internal clock. I'll go into more detail on kind of what it is, maybe in a different platform, different setting or something. But basically what we want to do is we want to reset it and have it set up so that we're in a good place when we wake up in the morning. And so the three things that you can do is, one, we want to make sure that we're getting as much natural sunlight as early as we can upon waking up. My preference and my recommendation for everybody is always basically as soon as you can get some direct sunlight after you wake up, the sooner the better. And I know for a lot of you out there, especially if you live kind of in the northern parts of the country where it gets really cold and we're coming into, it's going to start getting cold here soon. A lot of people kind of worry like, okay, what exactly does that mean when it is getting cold out? And you don't have to actually, be outside and having the sun beating on you. I mean, you can get the same kind of effect if you're inside and just standing in front of a window with the curtains open and the sun shining in. It just typically takes a little bit longer because of all the UV protection and everything that is in our kind of modern windows. But you can definitely get the same benefit. But the important thing is getting some natural sunlight within 30 minutes preferably, but the sooner the better after you wake up. The second thing you can do is I suggest staying away from your phone as long as you can in the morning. You want to give your body time to go through its natural process. Wake up the way that it's naturally supposed to and everything without all the artificial everything that comes with phones and social media and all that kind of stuff. So many of us get stuck in this trap where we wake up and we immediately pick up our phone and start checking social media. We start checking email. We get on, YouTube, we get on Facebook and all of these different things. And we never give our body the time to wake up the way that it needs to. And waking up the way that it needs to wake up is going to be key when it comes to for us being able to actually go to sleep at night when we're wanting to and how we're wanting to. We can't ignore these in critical parts of the day. The morning hours and how we wake up is going to be critical long term in terms of kind of how the rest of our day goes and how our night of sleep is going to be the next night. And so, yeah, stay away from the phone. And this is just a general rule that I know that you guys know, and this isn't new information, but it's a reminder: stay away from the phone. Number three, third thing that we can do is if you can tolerate it, I suggest eating your breakfast. Not everybody can, and that's fine. If you can't, or if you're fasting, or if you're somebody that just eats later in the day or something, not a problem. But still make sure that you are staying well hydrated. And the reason for all of these things, it's all a matter of basically waking the body up, kickstarting our circadian rhythm, which it's already in full gear by the time we come to waking up. But we want to make sure that we're sending those signals that it is daylight. The day has, daytime is here. It's time to start waking up. It's time to start, our daily activities and everything. And having that kind of our circadian rhythm in conjunction with what we have going on goes a long way of not only just kind of our wakefulness and our alert levels, but again, it sets us up so that when it's time to go to bed at night, our circadian rhythm is at the point in its cycle that it needs to be in order for us to go to sleep. A little bit more on that. If you're wanting to learn more, go and check out, I'll put it in the description below, but go and check out my the Facebook group that I've created, because I'm going to be doing some videos and doing some series kind of going into much more detail on some of these things. So if you're interested, go check that out. And one last thing is, I think I'll give you an extra one that you can kind of do, that is one that I have always really liked and that I think is often underutilized, is if you can, when you wake up, get in some kind of exercise, some kind of movement. A lot of people will do this just naturally because it's when they're able to. Maybe it's the time of day that they're able to do that. But I think it goes a long way in terms of waking you up and getting your body ready for the day. One of my favorite things to do is wake up and go on a walk. Even if it's just 15 minutes, 15-20 minute walk, first thing, right, right when you wake up. A level of alertness that I have felt over the years when I've been able to do that is unmatched from the other days. I mean, there's days where I would wake up and just be completely groggy and not able, hardly able to function, it seems like. I get out, get some fresh air, whether the sun has come up or not, and just go on a little bit of a walk. Miles difference. It's so much different for me than on those days when I'm not able to do something like that. And so, as a a little bit extra, something that you can do is get yourself some physical activity. Go out, get a walk. That's always my recommendation there. I think it really helps. It really does for me, at least. And so, yeah. I mean, at the very least, if you were only to just focus on one of these things right now, I would say, from a general health perspective, you want to make sure that you're hydrating. That's just something in general you should be doing. But if you're wanting to focus on your sleep, spend 2 minutes tomorrow morning, if you can. Spend 2 minutes just getting some direct sunlight. As soon as you wake up, if the sun is already up, go out, stand in the sun for a couple minutes, stand in front of a window for a couple minutes, let the sun kind of, warm you up a little bit and wake you up. I promise you, you will see a difference. If you are paying attention, you will see a difference in kind of your own alertness and everything, because it's physiological and your body can't help it. So give that a try. Again, go and check out the Facebook group if you're interested in learning a little bit more. I've also got some stuff there. You can look in the description, but I'll have stuff there about some free resources that I have and everything too that can kind of help you along this journey of trying to fix your sleep. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and thank you all for watching.